Hello, my name is Connie Liu. I'm an undergraduate at MIT, and today we're going to be talking about learned behaviors of animals. So, learned behaviors are behavior modifications due to your specific surroundings or environment, or experiences, even. So, innate behaviors are things that are hard coded into you. You have to do them, and it's shared among the whole species. Learned behaviors are very specific to where you're grown up and what type of experiences you've had, that defines the differences between, say, you and me. We grew up in very different environments, even though we're both human, and that means I have different learned behaviors than what you have. And we're going to go over a few key terms that have to do with different learned behaviors. So the first one is habituation. If you're put in a situation where you start losing responsiveness to a certain stimulus, then that's an example of habituation. It's also sometimes known as the cry wolf effect. Just like how the little boy cried wolf and people start believing him, they started losing responsiveness to that cry. The same thing happens with humans or any organism on a pretty regular basis. So one example is like if you have a dripping pipe in your house, for the first while you'll be like, wow, that's really annoying. But after a while you'll realize that you kind of tune it out because it's not giving you any new information. So your brain starts to ignore it. So you're not using as much of your, it's not causing as much of a cognitive load on you. Another example would be imprinting. Imprinting is pretty cool. It's the formation of long-lasting behavioral responses during a specific stage in your life. So that specific stage in your life might be when you're really, really little. One example of this is for ducks. Ducks, during the time when ducks first hatch out of their eggs, the first thing they see, they start treating as their mother. And this is a very sensitive period in their life where the first thing they see, they think is their mother. And that means if they see a human first, they're going to follow that human around everywhere. So that's why you may have heard of like certain animals being really, really attached to their human owners. That's because they may have seen them as the first thing when they were little and then automatically trusted that that must be their mother. So imprinting is pretty cool in that way. The next one is going to be spatial learning. This is very important in order to know your environment really well, which means that the organism living in that environment has the advantage of knowing where all the predators are or where the nest locations are or the prime spots for getting food. By learning your environment like that and exploring in order to have a good spatial reasoning and spatial understanding of what's going on around you, that's going to be very, very important in order for that organism to be able to survive. So those are the three main learned behaviors we'll be talking about.